Are we live? Hang on a second. Are we live right now? Wait, what time is it? What time is it? What is going on? Wait a second. What time is it? What's up, Star Wars fans? It's Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars, and we are doing it. We're doing it. We're doing a live watch party. We're doing the live watch party. We're doing it. We're doing the live watch party for the finale of The Mandalorian Season 3. We are doing it. Finally caved in. Since episode 1 of the season, we haven't done a live watch party yet, but we're doing it for the finale. We had to do it for the finale of the season. Wanted to make watch parties a more regular thing this year, and they haven't been because they really make me tired. But we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We are doing it, okay? We're doing it. So let's get hyped. Let's get hyped. Let's get hyped. We got about 9-ish minutes until the episode comes out. The way it works is I'll pull up this timer on the screen and we will press play at the same time and we will watch it live together. Okay? So that is what is going to go down here. Hang on. Okay, so if this worked. There. So that's where the timer is going to be. So we're going to press play at the same time. Okay, and we'll just watch together, pretty much. So I'm going to try to start it as soon as I possibly can, but if somebody in chat is watching the episode before we are, please don't spoil it. Please. So drop any last minute predictions, bold predictions, awesome predictions that you have for the episode, and we will talk about them for the next 8 minutes. 8 minutes. You're running out of time. Quick. Type them now. Type faster. Type now. Quick. Type. What are you waiting for? Type now. Honey Badger first in tonight says, watch party, this is the way. Hey Mike, watching this with my 10-year-old brother D-Max. Our mom let him stay up for Mando. This is the way. Whoa, let's go. What's up, D-Max? Woo-hoo. No ponchos tonight. Let's go. Okay, so there's 2 deals on the line here. Everybody watching gets a free poncho if Din Djarin dies or if the Mythosaur doesn't show up. Like at all. We don't see the Mythosaur in any way. Free ponchos for everybody. And if Din Djarin dies, free ponchos for anybody. There's no bending the rules. It's either Din Djarin's dead or he's not. There could be like a scenario where Din Djarin gets pushed off to the side and we don't see him anymore. Yeah. No. There's no bending the rules. He's dead or he's not. Free ponchos. I don't know why it's a free poncho, but you know, we come up with some crazy stuff on stream. Don't worry about it. Star Wars 2, what's up? See, I was worried that nobody was going to show up to this. I was like, oh, they're all telling me to do a live stream and nobody's going to show up. But here we are. Honey Badger says, Grogu will kill Gideon. Off with Moff Gideon's head. Ooh, interesting. That's interesting. Very interesting. What does D-Max think? I want to know what D-Max thinks for real. I want the 10-year-old opinion. I'm so tired right now. I really did not plan this well at all. I was like, I'm going to go to bed for like an hour and a half. So that's what I did about an hour and a half ago. And then I woke up and now I'm really tired. And I was like, that was a dumb idea. So now we're going to watch the episode and we're going to go back to sleep. And then later on, when we wake up again, we're going to do the breakdown video. Hype. Do you think we'll see Thrawn? Do you think we'll see Boba Fett? Do you think we'll see Luke Skywalker? Do you think we'll see Ahsoka? What do we think is going down in this episode? What do we think is going down in this episode? I'm so excited. I'm really glad that I got up and did this. So thank you guys for persuading me to do this watch party. Honey Badger says, D-Max says Din will live and the Mythosaur will come back and kick some butt. Yeah, that's what we like to hear. No ponchos. Save me a few bucks. D-Max, I love it. Star Wars 2 says it's bollock. It's 8 o'clock, you know. See, this is what happens when you keep me up till 3 a.m. I read 8 o'clock as bollocks. Yeah. It's 8 o'clock where you are. That's nice, Star Wars 2. That's really nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's 3 a.m. here. It's currently 2:55 a.m. It's nice. Star Wars Politics, what's up? I can't believe I'm up for this. But you're here. But you're here. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. We are here and we are going to watch it together. Exactly. Exactly. Is the episode out? No, not yet. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the episode is out. So drop your wildest predictions in the chat while we wait. In the chat while we wait. Do it now. I skipped right to the good cup that follows orders because I was too lazy to fill the other one. I feel like we were just live. Like a few hours ago. Honestly. Honey Badger says JFO. JFO. Just scared me. Got stuck. Oh, Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order just scared me. Got stuck on the Malico's level for 2 hours. Yikes. So let this episode bring me some joy and no more tears. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Star Wars Politics says, me episode is out. Is it out already? What? Hang on. Is it out already? Oh my god, it's out already. What the heck? That's crazy. Okay. Chapter 24. The Mandalorian and his allies confront their enemies. We're going to start it at 3 anyway. Just don't start it yet. Yeah, it dropped a little bit earlier. But should we start it now? Should we? We'll start the process of getting it set up, okay? I got to set up this timer and everything, you know. Okay, let me see. I'm going to press play on the timer, but that does not mean I'm starting, okay? I'm just testing out the timer. Okay. Shit. No. Maybe. No. Hang on 1 second. No. Aha! I'm a genius. Guys. Don't worry about it. I'm a genius. I figured out how to reset the timer. Don't worry about it, guys. I figured it out. Honey Badger says, yes, start the process. Got to switch from YouTube to Disney Plus on my TV. Okay. What should I drink? Water. It's nutritious and delicious. You guys have no idea what's in this cup, do you? Because it's water. I make myself laugh sometimes. Watching the stream on my TV, watching the watch party on my phone. Let's go. It's blue milk. Yes, it's blue milk, of course. Okay, so the description says the Mandalorian and his allies confront their enemy. Ooh, I wonder who the enemy is. Does this deserve popcorn? Oh, I should have made popcorn. It's 3 a.m. Who's eating popcorn at 3 a.m.? Star Wars Politics. But yes, it does. Get me some. Get me some while you're at it. Get me some popcorn while you're at it. I'm just going to test the timer one more time, okay? See, it works. Okay. Hurry up, 2 minutes, Mike. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Hang on. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. 1 second. Okay. So here's how it's going to work. Hang on 1 second. For some reason, mine's just not playing. I'm trying to press play, but it's not playing. Are we sure it's out? Do we need to give this a minute? Star Wars Politics says, I swear, if there's no cameo, at least Zeb. I'm not really looking for a cameo. I'm just looking for a good finale here. I don't really care if there's a cameo fest or anything like that. Yeah. Honey Badger says, no, get the popcorn. No, I'm not getting popcorn. Star Wars 2 says, episode ain't loading for me. Yeah, it's not loading for me either. Maybe it just comes out at 3 and we're just being teased. Yeah, I don't think it's going to load until 3. Oh, but now it's 3. Let's see. I think we were just bamboozled. Bam to the boozled. Don't start it yet, Star Wars dude. Don't start it yet. Oh, Nikes. Hang on 1 second, guys. So here's what we're going to do. Ready? We're not going to skip the intro. We're not going to skip the recap or anything like that. We're just going to, oops. We're just going to press play. Come on. Stop. Okay. We're going to just press play. No skipping intro. No skipping nothing. Okay. That's the deal. So you don't skip the intro so you're not ahead of everybody. We watch everything. We watch everything. Got it? All right. So I'm going to switch headsets because I got to hear the volume of the TV. So I'm going to switch headsets real quick. So I won't be able to hear myself. So hopefully I just remain beautifully sounding for you guys. Doesn't my head look weird without the headset on? Jeez. Okay. Got a nice other headset here. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Final prediction. Star Wars Politics says, I bet they wiped Din's mind. Doesn't remember Grogu. That'll be wild. Okay, let's start this bad Larry. Are we ready? Are we ready? Ready? This might go poorly, so we might have to restart. But 3, 2, 1, go. Perfect. So we got Moff Gideon saying Dr. Pershing was captured by the New Republic. Watching the recap. Got it? Are we there? Is everybody there? Are we there? Previously. That's what we're looking at right now. It says previously. We're looking at Elia Kane right now. Honey Badger, I'll tell you when we get to the end of the recap so you can just skip the recap. I'm going to put this controller over here so I don't touch it. Still watching the recap. I'd like to say I was there for the first watch party. Yes, you were. Star Wars Politics. Yes, you were. Axe Wolves leaving. The split in the ceiling. It's all right. 1 second behind's not the worst. I'm not going to be telling you what's happening as we go. We're just going to react together. I'm just trying to keep you up to date so that Honey Badger can catch up. We got Moff Gideon explaining. Still watching previously on. Watching Paz Vizsla die to Praetorian Guards. All right. That's the end of the previously on. We're getting the intro now. Lucasfilm Ltd. Get caught up. We're seeing the Star Wars 2 final prediction says Sabine shows up with Ezra's saber. Yes, please. All right, here we go. Where's Grogu? Coscarees doesn't look like the spy to me. Here goes Din Djarin. Did you guys not see Grogu in that? Din is that guy. Oh, 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 oh. A dead Din Djarin? Yes, sir. Grogu is that guy. Take him out. This is the way. He's really going to escape? Ugh. Star Wars politics really wanted his mind to get wiped. The return. What does that mean? The return of the Mac. He's got a sick new jetpack. Pirates don't seem to be the spies. At least for now. Oh, TIE interceptors. Oh, that's so sick. Come on, that's sick. Come on. That's awesome. Nothing beats a good TIE fighter scene. Wait, what the hell's that? He's tracking them. Grogu's a green dot. He's really got that Darth Vader thing going. Ghost Killer 58, yeah. The Return is the title of the episode. Star Wars 2 says that means Thrawn's return. I doubt it. R5. Save the day. R5's getting the cool missions. That's pretty sick. Uncle Owen, this droid has a bad motivator. Return of Mandalore? Maybe. The mouse droids. Imagine this was all just an episode following around R5 the entire time. Nobody else. It's like the droid episodes in the Clone Wars. Oh, I guess not. If he doesn't speak binary, how's he gonna tell him? Oh, transmitted them. Axe Wolves. Uh-oh. Interesting, he's staying behind. Still remains to be seen, Stars, too. Mandalorians is so cool, come on. This is the way. Concordia. Oh. What is he doing? Get the hell out of there, Axe. That's pretty cool. Yikes. Ghost Killer, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. People ask why all these guards were here. Doesn't have any weapons. That's hilarious. Where is the armor is the real question. R5's the real hero. This feels very Kenobi trench coat. What does? Oh. It's Din Djarin badass time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, come on. Oh, oh, come on. All right, Ro. Now that was badass. Come on, Din is that guy. Talk about Din Djarin not being in the front seat of this. Oof, oof, oof. There's four of them now. That was pretty badass, I gotta say. Better than current Boba. That was pretty badass, I must say. Grogu just sat there, didn't do anything. Grogu's got to get his shine, I must say. Hold up. Can't really see Those are people. Those don't look like Snoke at all. Those look like Moff Gideons, do they not? Are they all Moff Gideons? Are those all Moff Gideons? Ghost Killer says Din Djarin deserved it. He definitely deserved that scene. Those are all Gideons, I believe. Oh, that's clones of Gideon. Grogu's like, I'm out of here. What the hell was that? Skinny Pete. Surface caves. There's life on Mandalore. Oh, that was the armor. Let's take back our planet. That's a lot of Mandalorians. She does not look like a spy to me as of right now. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Finally, some dark saber action. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. It's giving me very Star Wars Rebels like Ezra and Hera sneaking into Thrawn's place. What? The Force? Should have aimed for the head. Oh, they got the war going on behind them. This is sick. Oh, and the Praetorian Guards, are you freaking kidding me? This does not seem fair for Din Djarin. He literally doesn't have any weapons. Oh, yeah. No. No. Do something, Grogu. Do something. Uh-oh. She's like freaking Thor of the Mandalorians. Oscar Reeves is badass. Uh-oh. Bo, take that Darksaber and go help out your boy. Oh, that's badass. There you go. Go help him out. Yes. Oh. Uh-oh. Use the Force, Luke. Was that even Grogu? He's got the Beskar suit now. That Darksaber's not gonna do much. Yes, Grogu. Oh, yeah. Alright, that was pretty cool. So is Axe like that or what? Nope. Coming in hot. Come on, Bo. Be that girl. Yeah, get the hell out of there, Cuss. That didn't, I mean, Axe, whatever the hell your name is. What are we doing, guys? Gotta get out of there. Yes, Grogu. Beat him up. I'm confused. Was Bo Katan's shield supposed to protect all three of them from that giant fiery explosion? No, Grogu was! Yeah. Grogu is that guy. Huh. Interesting. Yoda walks through those doors because he's dead, that would be wild. Not as cool as Yoda walking through the doors, but I'll take it. This is the way. Din Grogu. Looks like no ponchos for you guys. Oh, no ponchos. Wow, they're really not going to pull it out? Scarif? Oh, no, it's the New Republic base. Could see Zeb after all. There's Dave Filoni. Bringing back IG-12 yet again. We all were Lou the Goat. We all were. Din Grogu. Are we really going to call him that? The Marshall. Nice. Nice. They're gonna live in a tiny hut on Navarro. That's epic. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. All right, what do we think? Rank it out of 10 in the chat. Rank it out of 10. Maybe there might be a post-credit scene. We're not going to fast forward. We're going to let the credits roll through. What did we think? What do we think? Lou says I was wrong. Like Looney Tunes. Bo survived. 4 out of 10. 8.5. This has lost its magic. What? Hang on a second. Did I just watch a completely different... 5 out of 10? 6.5. What? Did I just watch the same episode as you guys? 10 out of 10. Didn't survive, so no ponchos. 9.3 out of 10. So 9.3 is your thing. So much hype for that. Ghost Killer says 10 out of 10. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? I'm really hoping there's a second ending here, post-credit scene. To set up the Ahsoka show, maybe. Yeah, 9.3 overall. There's nothing emotional about it. Disappointed. Wow, we got a mixed crowd right there. We'll give you my take after the credits roll, okay? We're just gonna let them roll. No post scene. Not at all. Nothing. Odd. Odd. Very odd that there's no post-credit scene. Very odd. Okay, let me put my other headset on real quick. Let me do that. Hang on 1 sec. All right. Let me stop the timer too. All right. Here we go. All right. Here's why you're wrong. I would give this episode, just right now, after just watching it. Interesting. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, it wasn't fantastic. There was a few things that I missed out. There was no spy. That kind of was the conversation all week. Who was the spy? There was none. So that last week's episode was a very strange title, to say the least. But here's the thing. All right. I'm going to give you the things I didn't like first, okay? Just to get you guys all triggered and angry and upset, okay? Okay? The Moff Gideon clones were going to be force sensitive, okay? What? That's insane, but also they kind of just threw that in there and then killed them all off, which was kind of a bummer. the fight between all the fight scenes in this episode. I said bad things. Hang on. I'll keep going. There was no spy. We talked about that. There was no spy, which was a bummer. I mean, that's all the fandom had been speculating about all week. Nobody died, and I know that sounds like a bad thing to complain about, but Bo-Katan didn't die, Din Djarin didn't die, Grogu didn't die, Moff Gideon died. I'm guessing, honestly, who knows, but I'm sure he died. And that's it. This was, let's see. This was the, all right, here, let me put it in a different way. If you watched this season 3, as a binge, if you watched it all bang, 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 in order, and you didn't have a week in between to speculate who's the spy, who's gonna die. Episode 5 was awesome. Episode 6 was Lizzo and Jack Black. If you didn't have that, if you watched it in a binge, this season's better than season 1. It's better than season 1. It is. Quite frankly, it just is. Season 1 was good. Introduced us to the character of Grogu, introduced us to the character of Din Djarin. But everything about this finale was 10 times better than any single episode in that first season. So, and there was many episodes, episode 2, episode 5, episode 7, that were all just better. Just better than season 1. Think about it. What happened in season 1 that was so great? I understand that it's the origins of Din Djarin and Grogu, and it is such a good season, okay? Ruben, I know you're already upset, but here we go. Season 3 was just better. And if you go rewatch that episode, rewatch the episode we just watched, those fight scenes were so spectacular. Here's the thing. You have a bunch of filler episodes. That Lizzo episode was like just garbage. We know that. You have some filler episodes, but you still have Order 66 flashbacks, all the Mandalorian stuff in that second episode, seeing the Mythosaur. Honestly, that's a gripe I have on this episode, not getting the Mythosaur to come out, but that's obviously setting up for a 4th season, and Grogu's going to tame the Mythosaur when he's old enough and when he can actually speak. Not hearing Grogu speak was kind of a bummer for me. I was really hoping we would get to hear Grogu speak. That did not happen. The way that they left it was weird, I must say. The way that they left it was quite strange. Grogu and Din on Navarro, working for the New Republic now, but not setting up a 4th season. Now, obviously, there will be a 4th season. It's going to start filming in October, but it's kind of strange that they didn't set it up all that much, you know? All right, so Star Wars Politics says, and he's very down on the season. This season was just disjointed, and it truly was. But go actually rewatch the first 2 seasons, even season 2. It's severely disjointed. There's filler episodes all over the place, and I've been saying this since the beginning of season 3. There's filler episodes in every single Mandalorian season. My thing behind me is like dying. I need to change the batteries, so it's like a dwindling green, but we'll leave it. But it's never been different. People just only remember season 2 being so great because of the Ahsoka show, because of the Boba Fett episode, and because of the Luke Skywalker episode. They don't remember the Frog Lady episode. They don't remember the Bill Burr episode. They just remember the good things. So here's the thing. When season 4 of this show comes out, we're going to say, oh, season 3 wasn't as good as season 2, but it wasn't bad. You're going to rewatch this season. You're going to go, hold on, wait a second. What? Now, there was not the cameo fest that everybody wants to see, but that's kind of a good thing. The fact that Luke Skywalker or Ahsoka or Thrawn didn't show up was a good thing. Now, Boba Fett not showing up is kind of a different thing. Star Wars Politics says, I remember them. I remember the action and the actual story. Well, where was the actual story in this season? There was more story in the first 2 episodes of this season than you could argue the entire book of Boba Fett. Than the entire the Andor show, then all of Kenobi. Kenobi should have been 2 hours. Boom, bang, done. This season, sure, it stalled about episode 3, episode 4, and episode 5. Episode 5 was not really. Episode 2, 3, and 4, but that was the Order 66 flashbacks. That was the Dr. Pershing episode, which never really paid off, which is, again, strange. All right, I got to catch up on some of these chats. Hang on. Lou the Goat says, my disappointment is immeasurable. Honey Badger says, Josh was wrong, Theory was wrong, but where was the spy? Very true. See, it's so mixed right now. That's what the show is, Zap says. I'm confused. Literally says adventures. They literally say adventures. Like what? Yeah, that's the show. That's the show. It's an action adventure. You guys are completely blowing this out of proportions. The Mandalorian as a show is a bounty hunter who comes across this grogu and takes it in as his own, has a connection to it, but it's an action adventure. That's literally the description of the show. You guys expect this show, for some reason, everybody's built it up in their heads to be this crazy big deal. Like it's going to be Luke Skywalker every episode. It's going to be the Emperor somehow returns. That's not what this show is. It's an action adventure that follows Din Djarin and Grogu. This season was taking back Mandalore, going to Mandalore, and bringing the Mandalorians back together. Was that not the story that we just watched play out? Was that not what we just saw? Did we not just see Bo-Katan wielding the Darksaber, the other Mandalorians following her to reclaim Mandalore? Din Djarin finally getting his redemption, killing, or with the help of Grogu, killing Moff Gideon for good, fighting the Praetorian Guards, having this awesome, cool end fight scene. This was the exact story that we were given. We're going back to reclaim Mandalore. The Mandalorians all need to be brought together. The first freaking trailer for the show says Mandalorians are stronger together, or something along those lines. That is what we were offered up, and that is what we were given. You know? Let's see. Nardi says, this season was the worst season of the 3 for sure. I don't know, it's close. Honey Badger says, well, the rushing was due to John and Dave working on Ahsoka. All right, here's the thing. We can't make excuses like that. You had 2.5 years. And I'm not going to make those excuses at all. I'm just saying the action-adventure story that we were told was going to happen was what we were given. People are just upset about it. They obviously couldn't do both at once. Oh yeah, what was D-Mac? D-Max, I got you. Hang on, I remember I saw you said what you gave it. My fault. Where was it? I'm beyond satisfied. D-Max gave it a 10 out of 10. Yes, there you go. All right, where was I? Zap says, yeah, that's what I told them. It's about adventure, and I agree, and I'm agreeing with someone. I was agreeing with someone. Yeah, so here's the thing. This season, let me keep reading. Nardi says, yeah, but I need a cohesive story. The Bad Batch was more cohesive than this. It's too early in the morning for this, you guys. The Bad Batch was 16 episodes, and 15 of them were filler. That's an over-exaggeration. I'm over-exaggerating. But, okay? The Bad Batch cohesive story, those are two separate things, okay? This was way more of a cohesive story. Guys, it's 4 a.m., okay? Calm down. Star Wars Politics says, that's the problem then, Badger. This show deserved the attention. It had the... Okay. There's all... Can you really watch that finale and not be excited? I literally sat here going... That was me, okay? Din Djarin got the cooler freaking hallway scene than Obi-Wan did in his own show. I gotta turn off my Xbox. Doop-a-doop. Okay. The fight scenes in this finale were fantastic. It tightened up and put a nice tight bow on the top of this whole entire season. And I know a lot of people were disappointed with this season, but you cannot deny that this finale was not good. Can't. You just can't. The action was fantastic. The story was resolved and could have possibly set up for a fourth season, which it definitely did. Alex says, I think they let down to keep building the hype for next season over and over. You might have a point there. I mean, the finales for The Mandalorian, other than Luke Skywalker showing up in that second one, have not all really been that crazy. They haven't been like insanity going on. The first finale is just them being trapped in a bar. They go through the lava flats. IG sacrifices himself, blows up, and Din grapples onto a TIE fighter. TIE fighter. And it makes the wing explode, and you think Moff Gideon crashes and dies, but he doesn't. And that's all of season 1's finale. That's it. It's a small condensed story that resolves the story of the first season. Season 2, take Luke Skywalker out of the equation, okay? Him showing up really blew that shit up. Take Luke Skywalker out of the equation. He shows up. It's great. It's fantastic. The finale itself is just them going into Moff Gideon's ship, getting Grogu back. You had this awesome fight scene between Gideon and Din to get the Darksaber back. And then the Dark Troopers, Death Troopers, I always mix them up. Dark Troopers. I have to look at my pop figure behind me. The Dark Troopers come back in to the ship, and they become the threat, and Luke Skywalker comes and saves the day, and you have that emotional separation between Din and Grogu. But it's not a gigantic story. It's not an episodic film. We're talking about an action adventure between one character, Din Djarin. Honey Badger says, thanks, Mike. You made his night. Oh, for sure, D-Max. William Brown says, it was underwhelming and felt rushed. It kind of felt rushed a little bit. It should have been a little bit longer, but then again, you would just be playing it out for so long. I would rather have this condensed 41-minute just bang, 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 all action than like an hour and a half of just talking in nonsense, you know? Nard says, I'm not attacking you, by the way. Of course you're not. I know that. He says, hopefully it doesn't seem that way. Of course not. I like your Star Wars collection. Hey, thanks. I like it too. Star Wars Politics says, we barely got Gideon. What? Did you not see that almost fight scene that took place the entire episode with Moff Gideon? Honey Badger says, yes, it did. The finale wrapped up the plot and the season. It ended everything perfectly. Din survived, adopted Grogu, and killed Gideon. It was awesome. Just no spy and no cameos. It was great. That's the thing. People are going to live on that. There was no spy. It was never revealed. And there was no cameos. Listen again to what I just said from Honey Badger. The finale wrapped up the plot. And the season, it ended everything perfectly. Din survived, adopted Grogu, and killed Gideon. And of course, he left out the biggest thing. They got back to Mandalore, reclaimed Mandalore, and now all the Mandalorians are back together, no longer fighting for the first time in thousands of years on Mandalore, reunited to get wiped out by Thrawn. But that's a whole different story. And here's the thing. That is what we got, and that is what we wanted. I think a lot of people, and I'm not saying that you specifically, but a lot of people are going to look back and not like this because Luke Skywalker didn't show up, because Ahsoka didn't show up, because Thrawn didn't show up. And maybe that's the Luke Skywalker effect from season 2. Star Wars Politics says, I feel like we watched 2 different shows. I really do, Star Wars Politics, because you and Journeyman in the Discord. By the way, there's a Discord in the description below to a link in the description below to a Discord. It's 4 in the morning, okay? If I mess up my words, I mess up my words. There's a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. Go check it out. It really does seem, because the entire season, when there was good episodes, when there was semi-decent episodes, and when there was bad episodes, you and Journeyman seem to be on the same case of just, this is not it. And that's fine. I can't persuade you to see that differently. But what I'm saying is, this episode was good. This show was good. And it was a step down from season 2. However, it was what we were offered. It's an action adventure with Din, Grogu, Bo-Katan, Mandalorians reclaiming Mandalore. A fun action adventure. And this finale was fun. It was action-packed. It was resolving the story. And it was awesome. Nardi says, I bet Gideon isn't dead. No one's ever truly dead in Star Wars. I don't think so. I think that is the end of Moff Gideon. I know it could go many different ways, and I love that we have so many new faces in the chat. What's up, guys? Hit that subscribe, hit that like, of course. Of course. What are you waiting for? But no. But yeah, it is interesting that they didn't really kill Gideon on the screen. But there's no way he survived that. I can't believe that there's a way that he survived that. There's no way. But you never know. You never know. Honey Badger says, I loved it. Din survived. He's really on that Din survive thing. Gideon died. Grogu got adopted and set up a 4th season. The fights were the best we've gotten in the show entirely. I have to agree with you there. Other than Luke Skywalker crushing that Dark Trooper in the season 2, other than that one little crush, this is the best action scenes we've gotten in The Mandalorian. The entire show. Ever. Best action. The Mandalorians fighting in the air, in the base, in the Imperial base, was epic. The freaking armor going around like Thor, just smashing people. The Bo-Katan stabbing people through the chest like Yoda during Order 66. Some of the best action we've gotten in this entire series, which is very good. The TIE fighters, even, just them, like, and I said it when we were watching it live, just them coming out of their docking is visually stunning. People have been crapping on The Mandalorian for years about how the volume makes it look like small. They're like, do you have eyes? Can you see? Jeez, it's 4 a.m. Okay. Let's keep going. All right. Alex says, watch, they're going to use Ahsoka as a Mando season 3.5 like Boba. No, Alex. No, definitely not. So Ahsoka's going to be insane. It's going to be fantastic. By the way, we're at 16 viewers right now. Hang on. Hold up. 16 viewers right now. And that's tied for the most that we've ever had on stream. So let's beat it. Let's beat it right now at 4 a.m. for some reason after a watch party. Okay. But where was I? I don't even know. It's 4 a.m. Okay. What was I even saying? Jeez. Oh, Ahsoka being season 2.5. Yeah. It's not. Ahsoka's going to be its own thing. It's going to introduce the new Beyond. It's going to introduce Thrawn. It's going to be just mind-blowing, just all the time. And it's not going to be the action-adventure that people wanted to see, you know? It's not going to be the Mandalorian and stuff like that, you know? All right, I'm a little bit behind. Here we go. Honey Badger says, Mandalore is reunited, and the Mythosaur is ready to take the throne. This is the way. So I do think they are teasing out the Mythosaur still being in the living waters underneath Mandalore so that Grogu will tame it in the future. They didn't need the Mythosaur in this episode. Just teasing it out still. Honestly, a bummer that it didn't show up and just kick ass in this season, but they didn't need it. And of course, the Darksaber being destroyed was a bummer. Absolute bummer. Hopefully it gets, honestly, just Luke Skywalker's lightsaber treated from Rise of Skywalker. It just gets glued back together. Old man 87 years ago? So were you an old man 87 years ago, or are you 87 years old? 17! We got 17 people right now. Okay, that's the most we've ever had. Sorry, had to freak out a little bit. He says, I mean, they never even mentioned Paz Vizsla. He was one of my favorite characters. No closure for Paz. Well, I mean, we got the epic scene of him dying. But yeah, that's true. They never mentioned him. Yeah, they probably should have had like a funeral or something with his kid. Yeah, that is true. You got a point there. Star Wars Politics says, we're going to have to agree to disagree, I guess. Unfortunately, all that matters is how the fans react, and I'm afraid it's not going to be good. Star Wars Politics, I have to disagree with you there. I think the fan reaction to this episode is going to be a lot better than you anticipate. I think a lot of fans are going to be actually more understanding and actually appreciate this. 21 view. Hold up. Hang on. We got 21 viewers right now. Hold up. Somebody write that down. New record, 21. Write it down. Okay. Beth says, and I'm not even going to try. Beth says, I don't understand why they teased Moff Gideon's project just to destroy it an EP later. Oh, an episode later. Yeah, no. So that was very strange to tease out that Gideon was getting a freaking Force-sensitive clones and he was done with them and they were almost ready to go and then they destroyed them. Was kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Wild. Okay. But yeah, no, I agree. They definitely shouldn't have teased that out just to destroy it. JS There's 4T Master of Ships says, I just wanted a bit more conversation with Bo and Din. Ooh, interesting. Last episode, Din's like, I'll be with you to the end, and then he's just like, peace out. Interesting. Well, I mean, there's no real conflict left on Mandalore, so she doesn't really have to be there anymore to like protect her or fight with her. They kind of achieved their goal. I don't know. What do we think? Honey Badger says, that's Star Wars fans. We always agree to disagree. Guys, come on. This episode shouldn't be that divisive. I don't see this episode being divisive at all. I actually see this episode being a very good closure for the season as a whole, but also for Mandalorian's story for now. Of course, he's going to show up in the movie, but I do believe he will get a season 4 before then as well. Alex says, Din needed that Darksaber fight, and that's facts. Bo was not worthy on the story standpoint. Interesting. He didn't get to wield the Darksaber, but the Darksaber's gone now, which is also kind of a bummer. But yeah, I do agree. I do agree. Yes, I would also like to point out that Din beat Gideon with a spear when he had the Darksaber, and Bo had the Darksaber and it got crushed. Shake my head. The curse is real. Bo is cursed for life. The Bo fight with the Darksaber was very, very cool. Gideon obviously has the new Dark Trooper suit, so the Dark Trooper suit is way more powerful than just his hand it was in season 2. So obviously he couldn't crush the Darksaber in season 2. But yeah, no, I agree. I get where you're coming from. Beth says they only showed it twice. Only showed what? Only showed it twice. Oh, his project, his Force-sensitive clones. Yeah, it was a bummer that we didn't really get those fleshed out. Force-sensitive clones, and he was that close. Meaning, of course, Supreme Leader Snoke. That's what it is going towards, you know? Which is kind of crazy. Honey Badger says, Grogu will take the Kyber crystal out and make a new Darksaber. Now that would be awesome. They should have probably teased that out, honestly. That would have been cool. But I don't know. Darth Lopez chimes in. Finally, what's up, Darth Lopez? Says, very underwhelming. Interesting. Honey Badger says, 21, let's go. Star Wars 2 says, 21 viewers. And you said, I don't know if people will watch. It's true. I did say that I won't do a live watch party because nobody will show up. And we just broke the record. So you guys proved me wrong. Darth Lopez says, 2 lightsabers. Yes, I have no idea what he's referring to, but yes. Honey Badger says, ha ha ha, watch party dubs. I guess we got to do watch parties from here on out, guys. Ahsoka show is next. Actually, Star Wars Visions is next. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing Ahsoka show watch parties. Old man for 87 years says, also my name is a troll. I figured, but yeah, that's a great name. If I comment on something, it makes the comment look like it's 87 years old. That's genius. That's great. Nix Dion says, why Mando need to leave Mandalorian and not stay there with the others? Well, it's because of the fact that he's taking on Grogu as an apprentice, and Mandalorians as a culture are supposed to like learn the galaxy, teach their apprentices about the galaxy and stuff like that. So they're going on more adventures pretty much. And he's not needed on Mandalore, really. I mean, we want Din and Grogu off doing adventure-y stuff. We don't want them on Mandalore doing rebuilding. And I do think that season season 4, when season 4 does come out, hopefully next year, by the end of next year, if not early 2025, we will see Mandalore and we will see how far it's come, because hopefully we'll get a pretty big time jump, you know? Star Wars Politics says, even the positive Star Wars fans on Twitter I follow don't like it, dude. Only Corey Van Dyke, I have no idea who that is. You've said more bummers than good things. I have? The only bummers of the episode are no Mythosaur, no Spy, Darksaber destroyed. I don't know, man. It's 4 a.m. I can't think. But no, the episode was great. The action was fantastic. Bo with the Darksaber, great. The whole fight scene, literally the entire thing, visually stunning. Just action-wise, fantastic. Resolved the story in a perfect way. We got more teases towards Supreme Leader Snoke's arrival at some point in this gosh darn universe. We got a perfect ending for this 3rd season, leading into a 4th season with Grogu and Din now on Navarro in this awesome cool hut with the frickin' N1 Starfighter parked right next to it, and cool action adventures to come, working with the New Republic. And of course, the Ahsoka show is what's next. So this resolved the story in a very, very nice way, but also we got Ahsoka to get hyped about. I've said more bummers than good things. I don't know. Have I? Have I been bummery? It is 4 a.m. and I'm really tired. Obviously, I'll rewatch the episode like 3 more, 10 more, 6,000 more times tomorrow, because it was so good and I can't wait to watch it again. But of course, we'll do the breakdown video tomorrow and all that other stuff. Beth says, I wonder if Mandalorians can fly in space. Is that possible? Well, we saw them flying in space today. They have oxygen-sealed helmets, so yes, they can fly in space, to answer the question. Now, everybody like this video. Yeah, like the video. What the heck? Yeah, exactly. Nick's Dion says, thanks. No, thank you. Thank you. Honey Badger says, action was the best we've had in Star Wars in a long time. In my opinion, finale was great. Sets up endless possibilities for season 4 and possibly a season 5. And then a Mandalorian movie. Let's go, Ahsoka. It's your time. Exactly. This tied it up perfectly to end the story that was season 3. And it gets us excited for the Ahsoka show, not directly, but indirectly. And leaves plenty of room for a 4th season, and leads us into the Mandalorian movie as well. The Ahsoka show is what's going to lead us into the Mandalorian movie, because Thrawn's going to be the big bad. Thrawn was mentioned many times throughout this 3rd season. And you even look back at episode 7, which I honestly think so this episode, the finale, was a very good closure to the season. The action was fantastic, but I think as an episode as a whole, I think episode 7 might have it beat, just because of all the Project Necromancer stuff, the Thrawn stuff. Paz Vizsla's death was pretty awesome and iconic. You had the first appearance of Gideon's suit. Like, there was some pretty awesome stuff in that 7th episode, but episode 8 gives it a run for the money because of its action, because of how it ties it up, and of course, because of freaking Grogu using the Force. It was great. It was great. It was great. And of course, Din Djarin's hallway scene. Din Djarin got a hallway scene. Come on. And it was awesome. And it was with R5. R freaking 5 from A New Hope, the one with the bad motivator. Come on. Whew. I'm so tired. This was worth it. This was definitely worth it. I'm very glad you guys convinced me to do this. Yeah. Honey Badger says, man, this finale was better than Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, and Snore. Stop the hate. This is the way. Din hallway scene was better than Luke's Fight Me. I don't know if it was better than Luke's. That's a little bit overboard. It was better than Kenobi's. It was better than... Who else has got a hallway scene? I don't even know. But it was quite good. And yes, it was better than the Book of Boba Fett. This season was better than the Book of Boba Fett. It was. The Luke Skywalker episode in the Book of Boba Fett is the best episode. But as a season as a whole, it was better than the Book of Boba Fett. It was better than the Kenobi show. It was better than Andor. Season 3 was better than all 3 of those shows that we got last year. Am I not spitting facts? let's pull it up. Let's pull it up before we get on out of here. Let's pull it up. Let's just go. Did you... Why is it in caps? Cap lock was on. Did you enjoy the episode? We'll start with that. Just a yes or no. Simple yes or no. Did you enjoy the episode? Kind of want to just watch it again right now, but I'm so tired that I don't think I would be able to get through it. Let's see. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Honey Badger says, thanks, Mike. This was awesome. Thanks for the watch party. This was great. Made the finale even better. Honestly, doing the live watch party made it a lot better for me as well. But thank you guys for showing up. This is nothing without you guys. If I don't say it enough, there you go. Honey Badger says, spitting facts, but I still say Din's hallway scene's better than Luke's. I have to rewatch it, but it was quite awesome. Him going, R5, open the next one. R5, open the next one. And he's just kicking ass. Was so good. And he starts with no weapons and just, oh, it was so good. It was so good. So good. So good. All right, people are getting on out of here and probably going to sleep, and I probably should as well. This poll's just, everybody's already leaving, so it's not going to get the votes that we want it to. But, yeah, you guys are the absolute best. Thank you for sticking by. Thank you for coming by the channel. Hopefully you guys hit subscribe and liked the video, and I'm losing my mind. There's a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. Go check it out. It's so early in the morning. I did not plan this well. I should have went to bed a lot sooner and gotten some actual sleep before this episode, but now I'm really, really tired, and it's really hitting me like right now that I'm tired, and I'm sure halfway through making my breakdown video tomorrow, I'm going to be even more tired. But you know, that's what we signed up for, and this was definitely worth it. This was definitely worth staying up. This was a fantastic episode. As of right now, I keep it at an 8.5 out of 10 because of the things that I missed out on. The spy not being revealed, which I was really heavily theorizing on all week, as you guys are, I'm sure, know, with all the theory videos that we do here. And of course, nobody dying, not Din or Bo, when we theorized on that a lot too. And that kind of took me out of it. I was expecting Bo to die and all that stuff. I'm so tired. I have to rewatch the episode definitely to get a full thing, but initial ranking out of 10 is an 8.5 out of 10. Go watch the breakdown video tomorrow that I'm going to make. Maybe there's a different ranking in there. I actually believe that it will get higher the more I watch this episode because of the fact that it was very, 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 very good. Honey Badger says, yeah, I felt like the spy will be revealed next season, still the armor. I don't think so anymore. I think the armor is a good guy. I mean, or good gal. And Axe Wolves clearly proved himself. It seems like Mandalore is united now, and I'm happy about that. No spies involved. And hopefully Moff Gideon's gone for real. I mean, if those clones were truly force sensitive, you're going to tell me that they couldn't have survived that? Well, I guess the base exploded. Base exploded. Star Wars Politics says, it'll be like the Zepho episode for you. It'll be like the Zepho episode for you. Oh, of the Bad Batch? Yeah, I love that episode. And I still like that episode. That episode was cool. That machine, although it didn't get explained, was cool. Now, this finale was great. Tied up the season perfectly. Gave us some amazing the best action we've seen in this series ever. Hands down. Best action we've seen so far. And just some cool stuff with Grogu using the Force. Actually, a story about Din and Grogu. An actual story about Din and Grogu and the Mandalorians and Mandalore. Didn't need Luke. Didn't need a cameo fest. Didn't need Boba Fett to even show up. Crazy that Boba Fett didn't show up. That's crazy. It didn't take me out of the episode at all. I wasn't waiting for him. Star Wars Politics says, no, best action was last season. When? When was this best action in last season? When Luke Skywalker shows up and destroys like 10 Dark Troopers in 5 seconds? When he crushes the Dark Trooper, that was very, very cool. I cannot deny that. But this action, the 20 minutes of awesome action that we just got was way better. Like blows season 2 out of the water better. And even season 3 as a whole had better action. When they fight the Mandalorians versus the pirates in episode 5 was way better than any action we got in season 2. A lot of the fight scenes in space in episode 2 or 1 or whenever that was. Way better than any action we've seen in season 1 or season 2. It's crazy. Star Wars Politics says Luke, Boba Fett, Cara Dune, base on Navarro, Crate Dragon. Crate Dragon was pretty good. Luke Skywalker, Bo-Katan, Boba Fett, Cara Dune. You're saying that those action scenes, Boba smashing the stormtrooper's helmet, Bo-Katan, don't remember doing anything in that season. Luke Skywalker was cool. The base on Navarro, so just the explosion. You're telling me that was better than the action we just watched? I'm so sorry if I completely butcher this name, but Tharol, you have to give me a break. It's 4:15 in the morning. Tharol Unfiction, I'm guessing, says, like who was like the spy? There was no spy. That's kind of the gist of it. And he follows up and says, this was way better than Ann Snore. Exactly. Star Wars Politics says, not to mention, Din actually did stuff. I'm convinced you're watching a different show than me, Star Wars Politics. I'm actually convinced that I'm convinced you're watching a different show than me. The entire season had no action, bro. I'm shocked. What? You just said that Din did stuff in season 2, but he did not do stuff in the episode we just watched. And Honey Badger comes in and backs me up. Did you see Din in this episode? He was insane. I'm confused. I feel like I'm lost. Honey Badger says 40 plus Mandos, way more than 40. That had to be like 60. Oh, actually, in the fight scene at the end, yeah, no, true. There was more Mandos, but they weren't all there in the fight scene. I'll give you that. 40 plus Mandos fighting with Bo leading them with the Darksaber. All a dogfight in the N1 Starfighter, and the whole episode. This season had the best action by far. Not even close. I'm saying he did stuff the entire episode, season 2. Only this episode was good. You just said this episode was good when you just crapped on the episode the entire time. But yes, I will grant you that. I'm so tired. Din had a backseat in this episode, for sure. He had a backseat, not in this episode, sorry, in this season. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. He had a backseat in this season for sure to elevate Bo because she is the leader of the Mandalorians now. But you cannot deny that Din Djarin was not a action-packed character in this season. All the N1 starfighting battles in episode 1, in episode 2, in episode 5. Him saving Paz Vizsla's son in episode 3. Like, Din Djarin is still the main character of this show. Sure, he was in a back seat for some of the episodes. He was to elevate Bo-Katan in a bigger way. But you watch this episode and it's still Din Djarin's show. And the action was unbelievably good. Whew. Okay, hang on. We're back up to 16 viewers. We dropped it down, but now we're back up. I don't know what's going on here. I was about to get on out of here, but now you guys are all here, so I'm going to stick. I got to like splash water in my face. I'm falling asleep here. Okay. Star Wars Politics says, I already read that, sorry. Mystery, love it, says, Din was cool with it. I thought the armor smacking troopers with the hammer was satisfying AF. There you go, Mystery. What'd you rank it out of 10? See, we got Star Wars fans who loves good Star Wars. And this was probably the best Star Wars. Mando Season 3 as a whole is the best Star Wars we've gotten since Mando Season 2. But, yeah, this episode was quite good, I must say. Honey Badger says, Din has never fought as good as he did tonight. Come on. Well, that's obvious. He flipping stabbed, stabbed, side shot, punch, kicked, and everything else under the sun with no weapons. He is that guy. Whew. Okay. Star Wars Politics says, and how can you say Bo didn't have action in season 2? I gotta go. I'm gonna lose it. Dude, I'm losing it reading your comments because they're honestly making no sense. Bo's action in season 2. Okay, so when her and Fennec Shand and Cara Dune have that like Moff Gideon in the finale thing, is that what you're talking about? That was cool. Yeah, they took out a bunch of stormtroopers, but it was nowhere close to as cool as what we just watched. I'm lost. I'm gonna call you Unfiction, okay? just because I don't want to mess up your name, because I know I hate it when people mess up my name, even though my name is Mike and it's pretty easy, but I just don't want to do it. So, Unfiction says, so do we Katie O'Brien character ever again? I don't know who Katie O'Brien is. Sorry. Weird Luke yellow lightsaber got crushed in comics in the same way that the Darksaber did. Really? I don't think I read that comic, but that's fascinating. Very, very cool. Retro Nerd Girl says, I love this episode so much. Yeah, Star Wars Politics, you might want to get on out of here, because we got people who actually like Star Wars in this stream. Sorry, I had to say it. I did too, Retro Nerd Girl, I did too. Mystery says, honestly, 8. Room for improvement, in my opinion. I agree. 8.5, I gave it as of right now. There was room for improvement for sure, but it was a great episode. Honey Badger says, this episode was the best Star Wars we've had in years. I'm trying to think. I literally can't think. It's 4:30 in the morning, but I cannot disagree with you. Season 3 in this episode was some of the best Star Wars that we've had since Season 2. I mean, Luke Skywalker's episode in the Book of Boba Fett might beat it. But yeah, other than that. Mystery says, I think this season as a whole could have been paced better, but really cool episode. It could have been paced better, but the whole Mandalorian series as a whole could have been paced better. Every season so far has had filler episodes, and it's an 8-episode season where there should be no room for filler episodes. At least in my opinion. An 8-episode show should not have filler episodes. It should all just be bangers and that. But we live with the filler episodes because they're, even when they are filler, they seem to be good action adventure stories. You know, Star Wars has always had filler episodes. You've always had the droid episodes in Clone Wars. You've always had the side episodes in Rebels. You've always had the side episodes, the filler episodes, and all that stuff. You know. Beth says, Din was on his John Wick. Yeah, exactly. And that slide the Mandalorian did off the cliff was slick. Yeah, no, for sure. Guys, I'm losing it. I'm actually losing it. And I want to keep this stream going for real. And I want to keep interacting with you guys. But I have to go to sleep. I'm sorry. Honey Badger says, Bo had a crazy action scenes and a lot of stuff to do. She actually had a character arc. Boom, roasted. As well as Din. And now Din is back as a bounty hunter, but for the rebellion. For the New Republic. But yeah. Honey Badger says, yes, he was. Din Djarin was John Wick. Mystery says, I'm going to drop a controversial opinion in the chat. I really liked Obi-Wan's series. That's your opinion, and it's garbage. Just kidding. Sorry. It's hard for me to give off sarcasm very well when I'm tired, but just kidding. So I'm easy to please. I agree. With 8-episode seasons, they all should be banger. Have a good night, man. You have a great night as well. No, so I liked Kenobi to an extent, okay? The finale was great. The rematch of the century was really, really, really good. But Kenobi as a whole was not as good. Must say. Mystery says, nah, all good, man. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions. Exactly. That's the thing. I'm not against you if you didn't like this episode. I'm not like going to hunt you down and make you change your opinion on the Star Wars episode that we just watched. I just want people who enjoyed the episode to enjoy it and not get crapped on, and people who didn't enjoy it to voice their opinion and not get crapped on. But I'm going to crap on you because you're wrong. Okay. Unfiction says, May 4th is Star Wars Vision Season 2 and Young Jedi Adventures. Means no sleep. That does mean no sleep, but that's okay because we do it for you guys. I do it for you guys. Honey Badger says, Kenobi was worth it for Vader and Kenobi. Very true. All those scenes were beautiful, except the fire scene. That was stupid. When he drags him across the fire, you didn't like that? I liked it. I liked that, obviously. I didn't like that, obviously, he just lets him go after, but when he drags him across the fire was cool. But, yeah, Vader and Kenobi make that show, obviously. All the scenes in those last couple episodes, the flashback scenes, the rematch of the century, all that was great. But the Kenobi show as a whole, kind of dumb. And the writing was bad, and Reva was bad, and the trench coat stuff was bad, you know. Honey Badger says, but without the Pershing episode and the Lizzo, this season would have no complaints. Let's not hate too hard. The finale wraps nicely. And Honey Badger, I have to point out, just because it's what my job is. I feel like it is. After that Lizzo episode, you were very, very down on Star Wars, almost to the extent that you were saying, I'm done. You were like, I'm going to wait for the Ahsoka show. I'm really down on the Mandalorian. And that's what we do as Star Wars fans. From week to week, we express our emotions on the episode that we just watched very heavily. And I remember many, many Star Wars fans after that Lizzo and Jack Black episode a few weeks ago being really, really bummed out about Star Wars and just almost checked out completely. And I said, look, I had a whole stream that said you were wrong, and I yelled at you guys saying you were wrong, and I felt bad after the stream, and I was like, am I wrong? Should I have just let people be really, really upset about Star Wars for a while, and just maybe some people should check out. Maybe The Mandalorian Season 3 is not that good. This Lizzo episode was quite bad. But then I thought about what I said in that stream and how Star Wars Celebration was that weekend and how the next episode was going to be amazing and the finale was going to wrap it up nicely. And here we are, 2 weeks later. Star Wars Celebration was fucking fantastic. Sorry, family show. Was freaking fantastic. And all the announcements we got were amazing. All the trailers we got were amazing. Like, we are the perfect time to be Star Wars fans. That episode 7 was fantastic with Paz Vizsla's death. Thrawn teases I'm sorry. Thrawn teases Project Necromancer, Gideon's armor, some great stuff in that 7th episode, and then this finale was so good. And here we are sitting here as Star Wars fans, and we feel like we're back on top. We feel like we're back on top. And just a few weeks ago, after that Lizzo episode, we felt like we were down in the dumps, and I had to yell at you guys saying you were wrong, and I felt like that was the thing that you guys needed to hear, you know? Honey Badger says, I was indeed. This episode completely turned it around. It was all riding on this, and I was so done with Lizzo and Jack episode, but man, oh man, the finale had me back. I was wrong, you were right. Oh, it feels so good to hear that. Ooh, ha ha ha. I'm just kidding. Thank you, though. Unfiction says, next week, Jedi Survivor game looks fun. Well, yeah, you guys got to come back for some Jedi Survivor streams? Are we going to do some Jedi Survivor live streams? How are we going to do some Jedi Survivor live streams? Is that what we're doing? So, how is there so many people up at this hour? Gosh darn. I guess everybody's watching the episode. That's a good sign for the Star Wars fandom. That's a good sign. When my small-ass channel's getting these numbers, it's a good sign. Buff says, says, I found it always funny how all these Mandos kept getting flamethrowers blown on them, and it looks very painful. Well, they do have the Beskar armor and a lot of padding going on in there. So yeah, obviously they get really hot for a second there, but it cools down quite quickly. So, Honey Badger says, finale got Mike rated R. Let's fucking go. Oh, shit. You got me. Beth says, overall, Mando Season 3 was okay. Could be better, but hopefully future shows will be a lot better. Well, Ahsoka, I can already guarantee you guys, I'd bet my life on it, that it's going to be unbelievably good and so much better. But Season 3 as a whole, now that we're looking back on it just briefly, it wasn't as bad as people make it out to be. It wasn't as good as Season 2. It probably rivals Season 1. Season 1 probably, like, people just like that more just because it was the origins of this whole series. But, you know. Honey Badger says, we're up because of you and the finale. Both were dubs, and yes, I'll be back for some Survivor. I'm hyped to stream it, but if there's bugs like in the Jedi Fallen Order, I'll scream. I'm sure there will be bugs. Honey Badger says, let's go. That was great. You were great. Okay, I actually have to get to bed. It's 4:30, and I'm tired. Good. One might even say great finale. And I'm excited. I'm excited as a Star Wars fan, and that's something. That is something. All right, let's end this poll. Let's see where it ended up. And it's a good sign because 83% of you liked this episode, which is great, or enjoyed it, sorry, with 12 votes. So that's a good number. Good portion size from what we got here. And it was good. It was good. Beth says, last in says, true, it's not as bad as people are saying, but but not as good, in my opinion. Could have been better. 6 out of 10 for me. Take care, everyone. Beth, you are the best. Have a great rest of your night. Unfiction says yes, 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 yes to you. You are also amazing. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button, stick around the channel, have some fun with us. I'm not usually this tired. I have more energy usually, and sorry. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and of course all the other fun stuff, so you can see my pretty face in that recommended feed of yours. All right, it's time for bed. Did you guys know that I sleep in this chair, by the way? Did you know that? Did you know that? I sleep in this chair. I never actually move from this seat. It's kind of wild. Shout out to the gaming channel. It's called The Eggs. If you can go find the gaming channel, because there's a bajillion channels called The Eggs. If you can go find that gaming channel, I'll give you a nice thumbs up. But yeah, we got a gaming channel going. First time announcing it here. Ridiculously tired at 4:30 in the morning, called The Eggs. Go check it out. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are the best, and may the force be with you. With you. Always. Go check out. Wait for that breakdown video tomorrow. All that fun stuff. Wow, what a great stream. What a great episode. You guys are the best. Can't wait. You guys are the absolute best. Honey Badger says, thank you, Mike. This was amazing. Can't wait for Ahsoka live watch parties. Can't wait for the Ahsoka show. Everybody like this video and sub and join the Discord. Keep the discussion going. Sleep. Unfiction says, I will. Okay. All right. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for sticking around this channel. Thank you for sticking around this stream. Have a great rest of your morning. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your lives. Have a great rest of your weekend. Come by the live stream tomorrow on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To talk all about this episode. Watch out for that breakdown video, all that fun stuff. And have a great rest of your evening or morning or whatever you want to call it. Good night, everybody.